gone way up as a team. What do you attribute that to?
Emphasis on it. Saw how much it was impacting us before the break with Jabari going out, and switched some matchups to keep bigger guys near the baskets, but also really just challenge the guys to get back to where we were prior, and a big part of that was finishing possessions.
Obviously, Jabari helps a lot in that area, and I assume, especially when he's playing the three, he's going to have favorable matchups in that respect. But when he is at small ball five, does that change kind of how you want him positioned defensively at all?
No, I mean, matchups are the matchups, and we're going to probably be in 15 switching everything at that point when he's at the five. But, we like him at the three or the five offensively. He has a lot of advantages over five men trying to guard him, the pick and pop, driving, and doing those things. But more so than anything, I think, just like you said, his versatility for us has been good to have back. Plug him within the lineup, and it pretty much works well. But, back to your rebounding question, I think it was just, Jalen, Dylan, the others that we really challenged to step up their game in that aspect and finish possessions when the bigs are down there in wrestling matches.
Do you feel like he's got his rhythm back offensively, or are you still kind of trying to find it at this point?
Jabari?
Yeah.
It came out with a good first game, made shots. The second wasn't as good, and back-to-back, first time playing in a while, so maybe it was a little tired in the Utah game, but, it's picking the spots, and as always, when it's equal opportunity, we're just flowing, and some guys can have advantages and some guys won't at times, but he has to find ways to impact the game, like we asked Dylan and the guys that we don't get a ton of plays calls for, and I think he's done a better job of doing that, getting out in transition, hunting his shots, and then relocating or going to the offensive glass.
Kind of following up on Dylan, he's having quietly one of his best seasons of his career. But of course, when you brought him in 2023, it wasn't exactly a popular decision. What was kind of your mindset going into bringing him into the team? And also, as far as what did you believe? Why did you believe that he would be a good fit for the team?
Oh, I mean, he's been maybe our most consistent guy throughout the whole season from a shooting aspect, and then obviously what he brings on the other end. It might not have been a popular decision outside of here, but we all were on board with that, and myself getting hired in the front office, and so very happy to have him. But to answer your question, it was what he brings to the team every night, him and Fred, a change of mindset, professionalism, takes care of himself, his body, and goes about his business every day and every game. And so we knew it was a role model for our young guys to see that on a daily basis. But the toughness edge and, like I said, shift in mentality for our unit, our team, was big to have those guys, and he was kind of head of the snake as far as that.
How important has his offensive ability been? I think the general public knew what you would get from him defensively, but he's had so many games where his shooting has made a difference.
Yeah, he's worked hard at it. We do put him in position to get a little more look, get a few more looks here and there. I think not just asking him to play on one side of the ball, understanding what Fred and Alpie and Jalen could do to get guys shots. He's done a great job relocating, hunting the shots, and like I said, similar to Jabari, we're not going to call a ton of play calls for him, but he finds a good way to impact the game and find the shots, and so I think at times he was probably asked to do way less offensively, and we're encouraging him to be aggressive on that end when he has a mismatch. A lot of times they'll have the poorest defender on him, and we want him to take advantage of that. So build his confidence up there, and not just ask him to play defense only, but hunt his shots, and obviously you see it with the career high numbers from three.
First time since December that you have everyone available. Playing shorthanded for as long as you did, were there areas where you think that might have helped?
Just other guys' experience overall. Like I've talked quite a bit about a man handling the ball and playing the point and having to learn kind of on the fly when he's been playing the 3 or the 4 with Fred and Jalen out there. But yeah, other guys will get opportunities to add to our depth, and when Fred's back, we don't have to rely on him as much as we did probably last year. We already didn't have to this much this year with Jalen stepping up and Alpie stepping up as well. But experience for other guys that'll be needed down the stretch when either all the back-to-backs or guys are tired or foul trouble or whatever it may be. Other guys have kind of done it.
What do you expect to see from Fred, being out so long, coming back for his first game, and is he on a minute restriction?
No restriction, and just more of the norm with him. He's a vet that plays his game regardless. It's not like he's trying to fly around and use athleticism out there anyway, so he's pretty heady as far as that, and he's looked really good in the practices lately, so don't expect it to be much difference coming back.
Hey, Ime, guys, Sengun does so much for you guys. Where does his scoring factor into night in and night out, Fred?
Yeah, we're dependent on the 20 points per game, and not only that, the facilitating for others. One of the better low post scorers in the league, and teams go after him quite a bit, and other guys are recipients of that. And so we feel he has an advantage, whether it's putting him on the perimeter elbow area to take advantage of bigs and avoid double teams, or in the post and generate offense for others. So kind of calms us down at times when things can get a little hectic up and down, to have a good low post threat to kind of dump it into and settle things down.
We asked you this earlier in the season about Jalen, but the way that he's just been consistent in playing and the way that he's grown over the last year, what went into his growth as far as taking that next step?
Understanding defenses and reads and those things, all the subtle things that you have to do to be a good scorer. It's not just relying on making jump shots or getting to the basket. He's doing a little bit of both, but also facilitating for guys, making the right reads and not shooting as much in the crowd. So simply understanding they're coming after him with blitzes, or when they're showing the crowd, getting off the ball and letting other guys eat it off that, and then it opens everything up for him. And so little by little, you've seen it, ups and downs last year, but I think he did really good to start this season. And now it's kind of an afterthought that he's going to come out and do what he does on a nightly basis, which is what we love about it.
Thank you.